My name is Richie Winters. I'm a guide for Montana Hunt and Fish Company. For over a decade now, I've been guiding hunters and fishermen in the Rocky Mountains of my home state, Montana. This season, friend and fellow guide Ed Lamb and I will be packing our cameras along in an effort to share this archery season seen through our eyes as guides. We hope you'll enjoy this first episode of Guide's Life. After unpacking from the long drive to camp, I was up first, and with only a few days to find and arrow a bull before our first set of clients arrived, Ed and I jumped into a Ranger and set out for an evening hunt. Activity tonight. Having trouble getting it done, but we're starting to feel killy now, so hopefully we can get it handled. Ed just called in a nice old raghorn, but we're looking for something special. Seems to be tough to get done right now, but the rut's turning on. And we're walking out, praying for something, so stay tuned. With only 2 more days left for me to hunt, I still felt confident that Ed and I could close the deal on a big Montana bull. That next morning, we heard bugles coming from down the canyon and snuck in on this bull, who was having the time of his life, all alone in the wallows. Well, I had seen this situation with my clients more times than not. I had found myself the last day without a bull. We were seeing plenty of elk, but the big bulls were surrounding themselves by tons of cows and smaller bulls, making it impossible to get in close. Although frustration was starting to set in for me, on our way out that morning I spotted a lone bull on a ridgetop above us. Although this wasn't the big bull that Ed and I were looking for, time was running out, the cameras were rolling, so we decided to go ahead and try and call this bull down. As I snuck in as quickly as I could to close the distance on this bull, Ed went ahead and set up the Montana decoy, got out of sight, and started calling.
What a deal.
That's fun. On a string, on a rope, came right down. That was fun. You know, pushing the elk all morning, and the herd is so big you just can't get a shot at a big guy. Tried ground blinds, tried sneaking up behind him, and that actually kind of worked today. We just stayed with the herd and spotted him up on the hill, and gave the decoy a try. I snuck up here. He would have come in closer, I think, but we let him have it at about 35. Not much cover here for me, but made a good shot on him. Ed stopped him with a cow call, and shit, he went 50 yards, man.
Yep. Died right on the road. Way to go.
We got some beers to drink. So tell me your high point and your low point of the hunt.
Well, I would say the high point is...
And you have to be honest. You have to be brutally honest.
No, I would say the high point... I would say the high point is when you were calling out the numbers. 45.
Just came back to get my GoPro and stuff. Did you guys get one?
No.
Why are you waving me down?
We saw you running. You fucking got one.
No, yeah, he stuck one, but we can't find it.
Did he hit it?
Yeah, been a little far back.
Was it big?
I think you should hear. That's what he said on the tape. He's like, because we played the tape back, and I'm like, it's a little far back. I was like, back here.
Was he a satellite bull or the big one?
He got him. When he turns his head, draw. He's at 55. Pull, draw back. He's at 48 right now. Put it at 50. No, not yet. Wait for a broadside. He's at 50 yards. Kill him. Hold on, let me stop him. Right behind the shoulder. Great shot. He's gonna go down right there.
He's going. There he goes. There he goes. Spot on, dude. Spot on, baby.
Great job. I think he sank it perfect and his shoulder just came out a little weird. Let's give him time.
Yeah.
He's trying to get up.
Holy mackerel. Holy moly, baby. Oh, dude. What do you think there, big fella?
Yeah, buddy. I'll tell you what. Great job, dude. That's years of putting it together. Perfect shot.
A little high, huh?
For the angle, it was great. Look at his swords. Short thirds, typical Montana. Great mass. Mr. Murphy. Whew. A little work to do, buddy. But we can get the Ranger right up the bottom here.
Good old big enough winch, we could probably winch it right across.
Ooh, probably get him down too. Man, talk about a backdrop.
I know. When I saw it, I came up and I saw it, I was like, oh, look at that. I gotta get those pictures.
Yeah, it's just epic. Man, that's cool. Glad it worked out.
Sure did.
Well, gotta get those knives out.
The faster we're falling, we're stopping and stalling, we're running in circles again.
One of the biggest challenges of this project for us was being cameramen and guides at the same time. It seemed to be increasingly challenging to get good footage and move in on these elk as stealthy as possible. For example, in this hunt with fellow guide Ed Lamb, I was able to get some really good footage. Unfortunately, I couldn't move when Ed finally had a shot opportunity. So although this one's a little cut up, I did try and capture as much of the moment as possible. So, hope you enjoy it.
Played cat and mouse for him with him for about a half hour, 45 minutes, and finally snuck into some closest cows, and when he came up to push the cows away and 62 yards and hit him, and another bigger bull came up, pushed him, came down into the timber here, I guess about 100-150 yards from where I first hit him. Then he was bedded down here. I think I hit him in the liver, right along the little liver. So then I put 2 more in him, and now he's down.
Perfect. next hunt, Ed Lamb is guiding a gentleman by the name of Gary, and they've moved in on some elk early in the morning. And Ed knew of this water hole that he thought these two large bulls would end up at. So he positioned himself and Gary at these trees. And although this bull winded them, they hung tight, and the larger bull, who was upwind from them, didn't see them. Now, one of the cool things about this footage is that in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to see, there it is, right there, you're going to see Gary's broadhead, and right above Gary's broadhead, you'll see the elk's feet, or his legs. So hang in tight, it's some pretty quick action.
Beautiful shot. Get another arrow.
This is just another great example of making a bad situation work for you. That earlier bull that this bull was hanging with winded them, but they actually stood in there, and Gary made just a tremendous shot on this bull. This bull was dead on his feet and didn't even know it.
Smoke this ass. Fucking huge bull. How do you like that for excitement? That must have been 10 yards.
Looking at those broken lines and thinking, shit, all I see is hair.
Smoked him. Perfect. How do you like that hunt? Good shot. Way to keep your composure, Gary.
I was shaking. Like you said, take a breath and relax.
The bull is expiring. We can hear him breathing. Hear him. I'm just filming a little quick. This is where the bull was standing when Gary shot it. He was right there in those trees. I'd say it's right around 10 yards. What a shot. The bull ran, and he's dead right on the other side of there. Here's Gary's sight this morning. The fiber optics broke on the way in.
Looking at those broken lines and thinking, shit, all I see is hair.
That's what he had to look through, but those 10-yard shots, I think he just pretty much covers the whole site. Way to go. I'll follow you. Quick, tell us what happened, Gary.
I'm gonna set up my water tank. Said the bulls and cows, be watching for the cows coming in. Unbelievable enough, a big bull came behind us, no cows. And this guy came out, had stopped him maybe 10 yards from me. What a hunt.
Big bull down. Yeah. Moon's full moon set.
It's
being in the mix, it's just never been there before. Back home, I mean, we hunt whitetail. It's not like that. I mean, you might hear whitetail grunt, but to be in the mountains and in the mix, and then it's nuts. And if you want to be successful, do your homework, be prepared, and it'll happen.
Fair enough.
You gotta believe.
You gotta believe. You gotta believe. Hey, well, brother.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, well, tell us about the hunt. Tell us who you are. John Card from Pennsylvania. Great hunt this morning. Bulls were moving fast. We had to move fast. Great stalk. Everything clicked. 60 yards. Got my bull. Great hunt.
That was a good hunt.
Appreciate it, Richie.
Good shooting, man.
Absolutely.
Really good shooting, staying calm. He was with a bunch of calves, so we ended up calf calling in the calves. We're calling this bull the petty bull because he's a pedophile, we think. Tremendous fronts on him. He's got 20 inches of his front too. He's just a massive, massive bull. I think he's a giant. He's a 6, but I don't think that he was ever going to be anything bigger than he was. He's definitely in his prime. Fighting another one-horn bull. We could have shot him. We actually moved on a bull this size as well, and we took a shot at him and hit his sleeve. So the arrow just dropped, and they took off up the hill. And we just gutted it out, climbed over logs, through trees and weeds, and
Got her
ended
done.
up making it happen. Called him in. Actually called the calves in. The calves started coming up the hill, broadside. Had to wait. Drew on him for about 35 seconds, 40 seconds. Had a lot of patience, showed a lot of patience. And
Till the cow moved.
yep, reminded you of the bubble.
The
Got
bubble.
calm.
Get the bubble.
Yep, got his head straight and made just a perfect shot. He probably went 150 yards, laid down, and we watched him expire. So awesome Monday morning.
Excellent.
Let's go fishing, brother.
Appreciate it.
Okay, go ahead, Ben. Go ahead. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Rolling. Stop, cut, goddamn plane. Perfect.
Okay, so tell us about the hunt.
Well, Richie and Ed brought us right up, was it Moonshine Gulch?
Yep.
And got up in here, and within 30 minutes, 45 minutes, the cows and the bulls started coming up through, and she was bringing a calf with her, and she was the first one to come to the water hole, and that was her last mistake. 35 yards,
First elk with a bow.
first elk with a bow.
Awesome. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, guys.
Good kill, too.
Richie, Ed, both of you, thanks a lot.
Absolutely.
And then the elk kept on coming up in. I had a 6x6 bull 12 yards underneath me, bugling in my face. And then one of the cows winded me finally, and they all took off. Too much fun.
That was fun. Good job, man.